Hello everyone, Dino here with another fragrance review. Today I'll be looking at Dior Sauvage Elixir. Now I wanted to do this review before Christmas, but unfortunately I lost my voice. So I'm a little late, but better late than never. Dior Sauvage Elixir was released by Dior in 2021. Now the Sauvage line started in 2015. They started here with the original Dior Sauvage EDT. And since then they have released the Eau de Parfum, the Parfum, and now the Elixir, which is the strongest concentration of Sauvage. I'll go ahead and take a look at the presentation here. You got the box, which I think is quite nice. And then the top has the Dior logo. And I always like this part here. Ta-da! Right there you can open it up and the fragrance sits on this little platform, which I actually really like. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottle. One thing I like about the Sauvage is they have these magnetic caps, which are really nice, and it clicks right into place. So let's go ahead and start by looking at the note breakdown for the Elixir. Top notes are cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, and grapefruit. The middle note is lavender, and the base notes are licorice, sandalwood, amber, patchouli, and Haitian vetiver. So let's go ahead and do a test and see how this one is. Nice spray. Right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of spice. That cinnamon and nutmeg is really shining through on this one. You know, one thing I wanted to say is that I'll probably get some hate for this comment, but I'm not the biggest fan of the original Sauvage. I think it's a little bit too strong on the nose. That Ambroxan is way too much. But here with the Elixir, you don't really get any of that Ambroxan, which I think is actually nice. This one's actually really well-rounded, and it does have some Sauvage DNA, but it smells nothing like the rest of the line, which I think is actually really nice. So here's some takeaways of Elixir. To me, it actually kind of smells like Christmas in the bottle. It has that same type of smell, like those scented pine cones, or if you're walking to a Christmas party and you see all those candles, it has that same kind of smell, but this is actually a lot classier. I think it's actually a very loud fragrance, but it's not obnoxious. It's very well-rounded with a very kind of luxurious type of smell. I think it's actually really, really good. It's really unique as well. In terms of some of the newer releases, I think this is one of my favorites that's come out recently. One word of the wise, I would say, definitely be careful with it. It's very strong. It's probably one of the most expensive ones in my collection, which is kind of a downside, but it is Dior. The concentration is very, very strong. I would say for longevity, I get about 8 hours. For projection, I don't know, I'd say somewhere between 4 and 5 feet. To kind of tell a funny story, I wore this to a work function back in the fall, and people could actually smell me 3 rows ahead, and people kept saying, "Who's wearing that cologne?" And people kept pointing back to me. I got a lot of compliments on it, but it's definitely very loud, and it'll get you noticed wherever you end up going. So I'd say be careful in applying it. Only put on a few sprays as it is very, very strong. I definitely recommend picking up Sauvage Elixir. It's very warm. It's very spicy. I think it's very classy, and it's kind of in a league of its own. It's very unique and just great. But those are my thoughts of Sauvage Elixir. It's just excellent. Feel free to drop me a comment. Will you be picking up Sauvage Elixir? Or do you have a favorite in the Sauvage line? But thank you so much for watching my review. Dino here, and I'll see you next time.